What's up, gamers? It's Paladin Null. I know I haven't been here in a while, but you're actually going to be getting a bit of a treat here because this is the first game that I've done using my brand new capture card that Deadman got me. And the funny thing is, he didn't actually get it for me. He got it for himself because he got a capture card. I'm sure you all know because he's been doing videos already. He got a capture card for Christmas, but he couldn't find the install disk on it or anything. So he thought that he had to get a new one that didn't require an install disk. So he got me this capture card, or he got himself this capture card. But right after he ordered it, he actually found the install disk for his capture card in his box. And since his was better than mine anyway, I got this one. But I got it for free as a Christmas present from him, and I don't care if it's a mistake or not. This is still a really cool gift. I'm ready to use it. But if you can't already tell today, we're playing Kingdoms of Amalure Reckoning. This is a title that a lot of people just sort of let slide under the radar, but almost not really. Like, so many people gave this such like a bad rap, mainly because it was just an EA game. And I know it's like, this was the one that got all the big problems up in Rhode Island and stuff, if you follow video game news at all. This is the one that got all of those big problems up in Rhode Island, and nobody was really paying attention to the actual game itself, which, in my own opinion, is not that bad. We're just going to play on casual today, because we're casual gamers. This is just, we're playing it mainly story, so you can see a general idea of what's going on. I'm going to see if I can't shut up during major cutscenes, but aside from that, I should be talking to you guys the entire time. I think we're actually either gearing up for a cutscene or something else here. I haven't played the game in a while, so...
From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken? A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. That's definitely not a way to get ahead in life.
Court surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen, terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalure. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Yep. We start the game as a dead person. I still don't see how this game got as bad of a rap as it did. I mean, I understand it's an EA game. You have to get online to play a single-player game, which is kind of stupid. But I honestly don't see... Like, this is actually not that bad of a game. It's actually a pretty good game at that. With some pretty interesting game mechanics. I mean, it's kind of like your standard hack and slash, but more adventure-y. I would say somewhere in the realm of Legend of Zelda, but not quite like Legend of Zelda. It's like Legend of Zelda if Legend of Zelda had a class system and skills.
Could even be a Jotun. Always a
Hold on, if I press
surprise, eh,
pause
Gran?
here, do I... Okay, no, we want to resume.
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Now, we're already dead, but they're doing this as the sort of the character creation. You have 4 major races in the game. The Almain are basically your more warrior-y types. Yeah, it even says they're warlike. They're your most standard humans in the game. And you've got the Vuranai, who I usually enjoy playing because they're more rounded characters. They're sailors, but they're still humans. And then you've got the Lulz of... I don't even know how to say this name. The Dark Elves. They're Dark Elves. Like, don't let the name confuse you. These guys are Dark Elves. Really good with magic. Really good with speechcraft and stuff like that. Or actually, I think... no, these are the guys that are good with speechcraft. These guys are just like regular elves. The Dokalfar. These guys are really good at stealth and persuasion and all that kind of good stuff. So these guys are essentially going to be the guys you usually play as the rogue or the thief character. These guys are usually your mages, and these two are usually like warriors or other things like that. Which is kind of like, can you be racist in video games to make the elves the sneaky ones and the magic ones, and then the blunt humans being the ones that do nothing but the warrior stuff? Like why can't they be good at more than just a sword and shield and stuff? I don't know, but we're probably gonna play as Vuranai because I found they actually are one of the more balanced races, and it's nice to have that extra point in Detect Hidden and Mercantile, as well as lockpicking, because there's going to be a lot of loot to be found, and you're going to want to find it. Now, these actually give us different abilities. This is the god we're, like, born under, or our patron. You got Fire, which does +6 fire damage, +6 fire resistance. And you got one for Ice. You've got one for physical damage and plus for armor. One that helps with critical hit and critical hit damage. Poison and poison resistance. And if you don't have one, then you get a +1 experience bonus. And I actually think I'm going to do this one because I don't really care for many of these. I mean, War would be nice, but you're going to be finding we're going to be switching often enough to where having something specifically done for physical damage isn't going to be the best thing for us. So we're going to go with No God. Now, you've got several presets here, obviously, but you actually get to extend on that here. And, I don't really know what I want my guy to look like. This is kind of fine for me right now. I mean, I think it's the reason why I liked them in the first place. Was because of, like, their first major character look. I'll see if I can't get them to look more like, maybe like me if they have my haircut in here. See, that would have been, well, that's almost my haircut a couple years ago. Oh, there. That is my haircut. Like, if you haven't seen my videos and stuff, that is my haircut. Go watch the videos of me playing, or not playing, but, go watch my, update videos, and you will know that this is my haircut. Okay, let's see if they have my hair color. It's actually, that's kind of close to my hair color. That's a little too red, though. Like, mine's a very, very dark blonde color. Like, almost brown. I guess that's the closest they have to my hair color. Facial hair. I would like to say that's mine, but I've never really been able to grow, like, I could grow it out, but I've never actually sat down and let it grow. I always get tired of it and shave it before then. Look at that fine specimen of a man. Yeah. Handlebar mustache all the way up to sideburns. That takes talent. Mr. Armstrong here. Mutton chops. Or absolutely nothing. The characters in video games, whenever they give you like the ability to have a beard, I always think they look so weird whenever they don't. You know what? We're going with that mustache right there. We're going with that mustache. That is a mustache that is entirely too, like, awesome to give up. And this is just changing our eyebrow color, I guess. I'm fine with it being like, I guess like that color. So, skin tone. That's about right. Eye color, eyeshadow color. I do not use any guy liner. Eyeshadow darkness, stubble color, stubble intensity. Accessories. We got jewelry here. This will add piercings throughout our body. Yay! Really, it's just going to be on the face. Like, all of this stuff is purely on the face. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get any of these. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a piercing, though I do believe I'm going to see if I can't get a tattoo. Because I've always liked tattoos in games. First off, I want the color to be blue. If you don't already know me, one of my favorite colors in the world has got to be like blue and like light blue colors. I love blue and silver, especially together. I think that's why I chose Paladins specifically in the first place, because I always remember Paladins were the ones that wore the bright, shiny armor that was usually blue, yellow, and white, which are like my three favorite colors to go together. I think we're going to stick with that tattoo for now, and I think we want it to be just a little less intense than that. And I think, okay, that's it. That is our character. Now that was a bit of a boring thing. In fact, we're almost done with the first episode here, which is gonna kind of suck. I guess we'll get just right through this area before we start.
All right then. Make sure it goes into the report.
Oh, by the way,
amazing how well the body held up.
These guys essentially just they insult you whatever race you choose because they're dwarves and that's what they do.
Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name him, I think we're done. Put him with the others.
And now we get the naming mechanic. And I guess we're just gonna be Paladin Null or something like that. Paladin underscore Null. I don't help me remember the saving how the files saved in this game are weird.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
And we get dumb viewers. But what? We're not dead! And now we're in a pile of dead bodies. I would to wake up in a pile of dead bodies. Do you know how often that happens to me? I mean, it just happens to me. I mean, it's not even like scary anymore. It's just an inconvenience to wake up to that smell and just having to get that out. Do you know how long you have to wash to get dead body smell out? It's ridiculous. It's not even like you guys are so lucky. Like none of y'all have woken up in a pile of dead bodies before, right? That's just me, right? Like forget the fact. Anyway, we have escaped the pile of dead bodies and we have no clue what's going on. But we're still gonna walk like a badass. The way they make the guy character, like any character in this game, stands the exact same way. Chest poked out as far as he can, with his arms drawn back like he's ready to fight, even though he has no weapon yet. Like yeah, you can't even fight yet. Whoa. Whoa, easy man. Easy. You don't need to be getting that excited. But, it's about 15 minutes at this point, so I think I am going to cut it here. We will start the tutorial in the next episode. So, if you liked the video, sorry, it was just basically the introduction, and I still talked over a lot of cutscenes. But, I'm going to see if I can't get subtitles on the next episode. If you like the video, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Glad to be back. It's been a while since I've done some recordings. I'm happy to actually be doing something. And I will see you guys later.